Can you all follow me in words? Divine and precious Spirit.
Divine and precious Spirit.
I think I need your help.
I think I need your help
in learning how to get out of the way.
in learning how to get out of the way.
To step aside from my programs.
To step aside from my programs.
My willfulness.
My willfulness.
My needs.
My needs.
My habit patterns.
My habit patterns.
That seem to get in the way all of the time.
That seem to get in the way all the time.
Great Spirit, I want you to fill my body with light the color of the sun.
Great Spirit, I want you to fill my body with light the color of the sun.
And unlock everything from my cellular memory.
And unlock everything from my cellular memory.
That's causing me pain.
That's causing me pain.
Contraction.
Contraction.
That's splitting me.
That's splitting me.
Keeping me outside of myself.
Keeping me outside of myself.
Causing tension in my lower body.
Causing tension in my lower body.
My shoulders and arms.
My shoulders and arms.
Even my head and face.
Even my head and face.
It's like I was born into a shoe that was too tight.
It's like I was born into a shoe that was too tight.
It's hard to breathe in here.
It's hard to breathe in here.
It's like I've been deflated.
It's like I've been deflated.
And I don't know what to feel half the time.
I don't know what to feel half the time.
Am I frustrated?
Am I frustrated?
Angry?
Angry?
Scared?
Scared?
Confused?
Confused?
I confess I'm a bit all over the shop.
I confess I'm a bit all over the shop.
Would you please unlock the disconnection?
Would you please unlock the disconnection
that I've accumulated in my lifetime
that I've accumulated in my lifetime
and that I've taken on in the recent weeks,
that I've taken on in recent weeks,
especially in my neck and shoulders,
especially in my neck and shoulders,
my digestion?
my digestion.
Bring it all out in the open
Bring it all out in the open
and wash it clean
and wash it clean
right now.
right now. Right.
I think I've been trained
I think I've been trained
and programmed
and programmed
to push the river,
to push the river,
to do it out of my own strength.
to do it out of my own strength.
It's like I can't help it.
It's like I can't help it.
But in the process, I keep going past something.
In the process, I keep going past something.
Something so precious.
Something so precious.
It's like I've been taught to grab
It's like I've been taught to grab
and pull
and pull
and suck.
and suck.
It's like I'm still a baby,
It's like I'm still a baby,
looking for the breast,
looking for the breast,
looking to put things in my mouth
looking to put things in my mouth,
or any crevice.
or any crevice.
Great Spirit, take me back to when I was a baby
Great Spirit, take me back to when I was a baby,
and let me feel all those needs
and let me feel all those needs,
and all the frustration
and all the frustration,
and craving
and craving,
and cramping
and cramping,
and tightening
and tightening,
that my little body felt,
that my little body felt,
that I didn't understand,
that I didn't understand,
where I got those needs met sometimes,
where I got those needs met sometimes,
and sometimes I didn't.
and sometimes I didn't.
Bring out this imprint,
Bring out this imprint,
the contraction that I felt as a baby,
the contraction I felt as a baby,
that I was born into
that I was born into,
and melted away
and melted away
right now.
right now.
It's like I don't know how to just be still
It's like I don't know how to just be still
and let you move through me,
and let you move through me.
your will,
Your will,
divine will,
divine will,
through me,
through me,
uninhibited.
uninhibited.
Great Spirit, let me feel your will.
Great Spirit, let me feel your will.
And use it to push on my will.
And use it to push on my will.
Where I was taught to control everything.
Where I was taught to control everything.
To grab everything.
To grab everything.
To hold on to everything.
To hold on to everything.
For dear life.
For dear life.
Terrified to let go.
Terrified to let go.
Terrified to go with the divine flow.
Terrified to go with the divine flow.
Because it goes against my programming.
Because it goes against my programming.
So intensify your flow.
So intensify your flow.
In my veins.
In my veins.
My nervous system.
My nervous system.
Under my skin.
Under my skin.
My sexual energy.
My sexual energy.
All of me.
All of me.
Liquid gold.
Liquid gold.
Great Spirit, all the exhaustion that gets created
Great Spirit, all the exhaustion that gets created
from controlling the light in my life.
from controlling the light in my life.
Bring this out in the open now
Bring this out in the open now.
and wash it clean.
Wash it clean.
While you're doing this, Great Spirit, I want you to unlock that feeling
I want you to unlock that feeling
of walking on eggshells,
of walking on eggshells,
not feeling safe
not feeling safe
for one reason or another.
for one reason or another.
I'm about to get attacked.
I'm about to get attacked.
I'm about to attack.
I'm about to attack.
I'm going to get punished.
I'm going to get punished.
I'm going to get in trouble.
I'm going to get in trouble.
I'm doing something wrong.
I'm doing something wrong.
It's in my body,
It's in my body.
my cells.
My cells.
Every one of them is bracing up.
Everyone is bracing up.
Because of this programming
Because of this programming.
and this split inside of me
And this split inside of me.
that's beyond mental comprehension.
This is beyond mental comprehension.
Go after it, Great Spirit.
Go after it, Great Spirit.
Crush those eggshells.
Crush those eggshells.
Burn them up in the fire.
Burn them up on fire.
In the name of the Holy Spirit.
In the name of the Holy Spirit.
There's a part of me that could scream inside.
There's a part of me that screams inside.
It's so painful.
It's so painful.
It's so painful.
It's so painful.
All this control.
All this control.
Being defined around.
Being defined around.
Since I was a baby.
Since I was a baby.
Being pulled on.
Being pulled on.
Nitpicked.
Nitpicked.
Made wrong.
Made wrong.
Needed.
Needed.
Controlled.
Controlled.
Shamed.
Shamed.
Great Spirit, these wounds go deep.
Great Spirit, these wounds go deep.
I feel them in my hips.
I feel them in my hips.
Tension in my legs.
Tension in my legs.
Bring out the tension.
Bring out the tension.
The labeling.
The labeling.
The pressure.
The pressure.
I'm tired of living in contraction.
I'm tired of living in contraction.
Intensify it.
Intensify it.
10,000 times stronger.
10,000 times stronger.
The contraction of my mother's need.
The contraction of my mother's need.
That I can't even see fully yet.
That I can't even see fully yet.
The contraction of my father's anger.
The contraction of my father's anger.
And control.
And control.
The contraction of being bullied.
The contraction of being bullied.
And shamed.
And shamed.
The contraction of having to do it alone.
Contraction of having to do it alone.
Survival.
Survival.
The contraction of 30,000 young people in college.
Contraction of 30,000 young people in college.
Who really don't know the light.
Who really don't know the light.
Because their parents don't.
Because their parents don't.
The contraction of being a mother.
Contraction of being a mother.
To a toddler.
To a toddler.
And the contraction of being so darn sensitive.
Contraction of being so sensitive.
I want it all brought out now.
I want it all brought out now.
All the pain of it.
All the pain of it.
And it goes deep.
And it goes deep.
It's twisted me up inside.
It's twisting me up inside.
It's pissing me off inside.
It's pissing me off inside.
Bring out my anger.
Bring out my anger.
There's a part of me that's pissed.
There's a part of me that's pissed.
So pissed.
So pissed.
Bring the anger out of my butt.
Bring the anger out of my butt.
My feet.
My feet.
My knees.
My knees.
My arms, my chest.
My chest.
Or touch it with light.
Touch it with light.
The frustration of being in a small cocoon.
Frustration of being in a small cocoon.
And wanting to get out.
Wanting to get out.
Dear inner guidance.
Dear inner guidance.
What am I angry at?
What am I angry at?
What am I frustrated at?
What am I frustrated at?
Let it come, anybody. If you get anything. Doesn't matter if it makes sense or not.
I'm frustrated at this behavior that is constantly trying to convince me that I have to contract for whatever fucking reason. And it's all a lie.
Very good. So we're just going to keep labeling. Oliver, you want to unmute yourself? And Kaylee?
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead. If you have anything you want to share?
I'm pissed of being stuck.
Mm-hmm. The feeling of being stuck.
Feeling of being stuck, yeah.
So Great Spirit.
It's a great spirit.
Intensify that feeling 1,000,000 times stronger.
Intensify that feeling 1,000,000 times stronger.
I can feel it on my bones.
I Feel it on my bones.
And turn it inside out.
Turn it inside out.
Especially in my center.
Especially in my center.
My anus, my digestion.
My anus, my digestion.
My genitals.
My genitals.
Touch it with light right now.
Touch it with light right now.
And cut through it.
And cut through it.
With my light.
With my light.
With the name of the Holy Spirit.
In the name of the Holy Spirit.
And can you go ahead, honey?
Can you hear me here or here?
Either, yeah, either.
I have the thought of how much deadness stress causes.
Yes. How much deadness stress causes? Very good. So great spirit.
Great Spirit.
Great Spirit.
Intensify the stress
Intensify the stress.
and the deadness around me.
Surround me.
And deadness around me.
And bring it out in the open.
And bring it out in the open.
Can you say this? Dear deadness,
Dear deadness,
there's a part of me that's pissed off at you.
there's a part of me that's pissed off at you.
Arr!
Ah,
Arr!
ah.
Why do you have to be here?
Why do
Why do you have to be here?
You're painful.
You're
You're painful.
You hurt.
You're hurting.
You hurt my chest.
You hurt my chest.
It's hard to breathe.
It's hard to breathe.
You're just controlling
You're just controlling
the light
the light
that I am.
that I am.
And I'm a big light.
I'm a big light.
And I know how to be out of the way.
And I know how to be out
Be
of
out of the way.
And the deadness I'm feeling
The deadness I'm feeling.
are those people around me
Are those people
People
around
around me
who don't know how to be out of the
don't
way.
know how to
don't
be out of
know how to be out of the way.
They're completely in their own way
They're completely in their own way.
because they're not doing the same work I'm doing.
because they're not
Because
focusing
they're
on
not
what
the same work I'm doing.
So I want you to touch all their souls,
So I want you to touch all their souls.
who all are mirrors of me
all
All
are
are
mirrors
mirrors of me.
as the bodhisattva that I am,
as the
As the
Bodhisattva
Bodhisattva that I am.
and turn them inside out
and
Turn them inside out.
through my vehicle
Through my vehicle.
right now.
right now.
Everyone in Vienna, everyone in college,
Everyone in college.
Wimberley,
Wimberley.
everyone in my world
Everyone in my world.
that comes into my store,
Comes into my store.
my bar,
My bar.
my life.
My life.
Touch them with love
Touch them with love.
and burn up their deadness.
Burn up their deadness.
Because I like stress
I like stress.
when I'm out of the way.
When
When
I'm
I'm out of the way.
I crave it, actually.
I crave it, actually.
I love it.
I love it.
Keeps me on my toes.
Keeps me on my toes.
So great spirit.
So great spirit.
There's a big world out there,
there's a big world out
World
there.
out there.
and it's all mirroring me.
And it's all
All
mirroring
mirroring
me.
me.
And right now I'm transforming split.
And right
Now I'm transforming split.
The split in me,
The split in me,
my family,
my family,
and the world around
The
me,
world
and the
around
world around me,
and my city.
and my city.
Use my body.
Use my body.
Use this circle
Use the circle.
and touch the split.
and
Touch the split.
The split in the people that I work with,
the splits in the people
People
that
I work with.
who come into my work
Come into my work
every day.
every day.
Who come into my thoughts.
who come into my thoughts
Every moment.
every moment.
That's how sensitive I am.
That's how sensitive I am.
The people I pass on the street.
The people I pass on the street.
The people I hung out with 6 months ago.
The people
People I
I
hung out with
6
6
months
months
ago.
ago.
My God, God.
My God.
I am one big sponge,
I'm one big
Big
sponge,
sponge.
sucking it all in.
sucking it all in.
I want you to fill my pelvis with light,
I want you to fill my pelvis with light,
my second and third chakras,
my second and third chakras,
and unlock all that control.
And unlock all that control.
And show me the terror that's underneath.
And show me the terror that's underneath.
The truth
The truth
of my existence.
of my
of my
existence.
existence.
That I have nothing to hold on to.
That I have
Nothing to
nothing
hold on to.
No one,
No one,
No one,
no thing,
nothing,
ever.
ever,
Not even form
not
not
even
even
form,
form,
is
dependable.
And yet my ego programs me to look for dependency
And
And yet my ego programs me to look for dependency
and security.
and
and
security.
security.
This is our number one addiction
This is
the
our
number
number
one
one
addiction
in the human species.
in
in
the
the
human
human
species.
species.
Seeking comfort,
Seeking comfort,
control,
Control
and security.
and security.
The source of all craving
The source of all craving
and all disappointment
and all disappointment
and all anger.
and all anger.
Show me the anger
Show me the anger
under my need.
under my need.
My need for it to be a certain way.
my need for it to be a certain way,
To have it my way.
To have it my way.
Sometimes this is so strong in me,
Sometimes this is so strong in me,
it's beyond my mind.
Beyond
beyond my mind.
My body's doing it.
My
My
body.
body's doing it,
Even when I'm sleeping,
even when I'm sleeping.
I can't help it.
I can't help it.
It's like all my little cells are craving things.
It's like all the cells are craving things.
Even my knee cells,
Even
My
my
knee cells,
my thigh cells,
my thigh cells,
my toe cells.
my toe cells.
They're all grabbing.
They're all grabbing.
Anybody recognize this?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, gotta do it. Everybody stand up. We're gonna play out what our little cells are doing. I want you to go grab. Just grab. I don't want you, when you're doing it, I want you to say, mine, 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 mine. Mine, 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 mine. Turning zombies come from? Oh,
what a metaphor.
oh, very good. Would anyone like to share your experience? What's coming up for you? When you get your breath.
I done been got.
Pardon me, honey?
I said I done been got.
I actually feel way lighter.
Good, good. Yeah, we're moving through it. We're tackling it. There's some more truth to be freed up, I feel. See if you can go into your center and really confess from a place of ownership.
I'm pissed off at not only subtly slipping into being manipulative, especially in like romantic relationships, where I feel threatened when fear is triggered. Even when I think I'm being loving. I'm sick of that, and I'm also sick of the fear of being manipulated. And feeling constantly like I have to constantly be on guard for that, instead of trusting my own inner knowing.
Very good. Very good. And can you say this, John? Ultimately, what's doing the manipulating in me and my world?
Ultimately, what's doing the manipulating in me and my world
is where I've been programmed to need something.
Is where I've been programmed to need something.
Outside of myself.
Outside of myself.
The illusion that I don't have it already.
The illusion that I don't have it already.
That I've got to go out there to search for it.
That I've got to go out there to search for it.
This is what makes me manipulate me.
This is what makes me manipulate me.
From inside of me.
From inside of me.
And it all gets mirrored back.
And it all gets mirrored back.
And it splits me.
And it splits me.
Completely splits me.
Completely splits me.
I'm looking outside of myself.
Looking outside of myself.
For something I already have.
For something I already have.
That I already am.
That I already am. And this need to understand it.
That's right.
This need to understand, where do I have control in the whole dance? It's not fucking about that.
To figure it out. Can you say this, John? I confess.
I confess.
My vulnerability lies in.
My vulnerability lies in.
The truth of my existence.
The truth of my existence.
That I'm completely alone in this world.
That I'm completely alone in this world.
With spirit.
With spirit.
That I may never realize the perfect picture of reality.
That I may never realize the perfect picture of reality.
That this world tells me.
That this world tells me.
I'm meant to.
That I'm meant to.
As a man.
As a man.
At my age.
At my age.
In the West.
In the West.
I just keep failing at it.
I just keep failing at it.
Coming up short.
Coming up short. I'm so fucking tired.
And it's painful.
It's painful.
It's hurting my shoulder.
It's hurting my shoulder.
Because I keep going past my precious self.
Keep going past my precious self, trying to manipulate, trying to make it happen.
Trying to be perfect.
Trying to be perfect.
To look like something.
To look like something.
To be something.
To be something.
So that I can get the love that I need.
So I can get the love I think I need.
But I'm already that love.
But I'm already that love.
It's my worst addiction.
It's the worst addiction.
It's worse than heroin.
It's worse than heroin.
I feel it in my arms.
I feel it in my arms.
My joints.
My joints.
It's so tight inside.
It's so tight inside.
It's like a driving force.
It's like a driving force.
That keeps me pushing past something.
Keeps me pushing past something.
Keeps me separate from the moment.
Keeps me separate from the moment.
Where everything is perfect.
Where everything is perfect.
Where I have everything I could possibly need.
Where I have everything I could possibly need.
Great Spirit, this is the grand delusion.
Great Spirit, this is the grand delusion.
Right here.
Right here.
And I am looking it in the face.
I'm looking it in the face.
Intensify it.
Intensify it.
All the illusion of separation.
All the illusion of separation.
That I think is outside of me too.
That I think is outside of me too.
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's all inside me.
It's all inside.
Go after it with light.
Go after it with light.
It's like the whole human race is under a spell.
The whole human race is under
under spell.
And we're all so connected to one another.
And we're all so connected to one another.
We all have one mind.
We all have one mind.
We all feel each other.
We all feel each other.
Therefore, we all feel each other's spell.
We all feel each other's
spell.
Great Spirit, I want the spell broken.
Great Spirit, I want the spell broken.
Break apart the fibers
Break apart the fibers
of this heavy blanket over me
of this heavy blanket over me.
that we all sleep under.
That we all sleep under.
And wake me up.
And wake me up.
Wake me up.
Wake me up.
I came here to be awakened.
I came here to be awakened.
By hook or by crook.
By hook or by crook.
In a cave or a convent.
In a cave or a convent.
Or a house or a street corner.
Or a street corner.
A coffee shop or a furniture store.
A coffee shop or a furniture store.
My own bedroom.
My own bedroom.
I came here to be awakened.
I came here to be awakened.
To the truth of who I really am.
To the truth of who I really am.
And like the Buddha taught,
Like the Buddha taught.
all the suffering I'm creating for myself
All the suffering and creating for myself
is because of grabbing,
is because of craving,
needing,
needing,
craving,
craving,
sucking,
sucking,
pulling.
pulling.
It's these actions
It's these actions
that hurt me,
that hurt me,
and I can't blame another for them,
and I can't blame another for them,
ever.
ever.
I may create that for lifetimes
I may create it for lifetimes
and point fingers,
and point fingers,
but still that's blaming,
but still that's blaming,
needing
needing
someone else to take the blame,
someone else to take the blame,
and I will continue to suffer.
and I will continue to suffer.
There's only one way for it.
There's
There's only one way for it.
Getting underneath those actions,
Getting underneath those actions,
not doing them,
not doing them,
sitting and confronting them
sitting and confronting them
with the light,
with the light,
like I'm doing right now.
like I'm doing right now.
Who I am is precious and divine,
Who I am is precious and divine,
whole,
whole,
complete,
complete,
perfect,
perfect,
in every way,
in every way,
sacred,
sacred,
holy,
holy,
sweet,
sweet.
This is the truth.
This is the truth.
And how much time do I put into this truth
How much time do I put into this truth
in my busy day,
in my busy day,
in college,
in college?
how much time do I truly devote to this truth?
How much time do I truly devote to this truth?
Not very much, I confess,
Not very much, I confess,
on a daily basis,
on
on a daily basis,
because the habitual mind in me,
because the habitual mind in me,
world mind that I see all around me,
world mind that I see all around me,
is in charge
is in charge
and has been for a very long time.
and has been for a very long time.
And the part of me that sleeps
The part of me that sleeps
is the part that allows this to create through me.
is the part that allows this to create through me.
And maybe waking up
Meaning waking up
is taking charge
is taking charge
of my thoughts
of my thoughts,
and my creations,
my creations,
and where I choose to put my energy,
and where I choose to put my energy,
my thoughts,
my thoughts,
my feelings.
my feelings.
I get to choose my feelings.
I
I
get
get
to
to
choose
choose
my
my
feelings.
feelings.
No one ever tells us that.
No one
No one
ever
ever
tells
tells
us
us
that.
that.
I feel like I'm a victim of my feelings.
I feel like I'm a victim of my feelings.
Almost all the time.
Almost all the time.
That my feelings have more power over me than I do.
My
My
feelings
feelings have more power over me than I do.
But this too is a lie. I get to choose my feelings.
I get to choose my feelings.
I get to will them on creation.
I get to will them on creation.
As the creator.
As the creator.
And I choose love.
And I choose love.
I am love.
I am love.
I choose myself.
I choose myself.
I choose reality.
I choose reality.
I need help with something. I'm feeling it right now. The thing about willing feelings, willing creation, and yet complete surrender. Like sometimes I feel the desire to will creation splits me. And yet there are times it's like really finding that true grace point.
So Great Spirit.
What true will is, Great Spirit.
I'm never going to get this with my mind.
I'm never going to get this with my mind.
Ever.
Ever.
I want you to intensify the confusion.
I want you to intensify that confusion.
Or even right now, my
habits
are trying to tell me that I'm confused.
are trying to tell me that I'm confused.
They're still trying to take charge that way.
Still trying to take charge.
Because they really want me to figure it all out all the time.
Because they really want to figure it all out all the time.
Analytically.
Analytically.
And the only way I cut through it
And the only way I cut through it
is to say, I love me.
is to say, I love me.
I love me, John.
I love me, John.
I love me.
I love me.
I love me. Dear sweet self.
Dear sweetheart.
I love you. I love you so much. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I might look weird, but I'm just going to say this until I feel it. I love you. You're so sweet. So precious. So sacred.
So sacred.
So sweet. I could almost cry at myself. I love myself so much.
I love myself so much.
Great Spirit, show me this feeling.
Great Spirit, show me this feeling.
I could live a million lifetimes
I could live a million lifetimes.
trying to figure out this world and dimension
Trying to figure out this world and dimension.
and this mind of mine.
This mind.
And I will always be in separation and suffering.
Always be in separation and suffering.
There's only one hot knife.
There's only one hot knife.
One Archangel Michael's sword
One Archangel Michael's sword
that cuts through all of it.
that cuts through all of it.
And that is self-love.
That is self-love.
And taking the time to love myself.
Taking the time to love myself.
This is the only temple worth visiting.
This is the only temple worth visiting.
I gotta build a temple in my world.
I gotta build a temple in my world.
Around me.
Around me.
The walking temple.
The walking temple.
Learn how to worship myself.
Learn how to worship myself.
With love.
With love.
Dear precious self,
Dear precious self.
you may be confused right now.
You may be confused right now.
I want you to know the only thing that can ever feel confused is the mind,
I want you to know the only thing ever confused is the mind,
not the heart,
not the heart,
not the center,
not the center,
not the spirit,
not the spirit,
not the kundalini,
not the kundalini,
only the mind.
only the mind.
And I want you to know,
I want you to know,
dear self,
dear self,
I love you,
I love you.
even though your mind is going crazy.
Even though your mind is going crazy.
I love you anyway.
I love you anyway.
I even love you, mind.
I love you, mind.
I will love everywhere.
I will love everywhere.
I will it onto everything,
I will love everything.
especially the things I hate about myself.
Especially the things I hate about myself.
Getting it wrong, for example.
Getting it wrong, for example.
Being really needy.
Being really needed.
Desperate.
Desperate.
Stressed.
Stressed.
Stuck.
Stuck.
Complaining.
Complaining.
Bull in a china shop.
Bull in a china shop.
All of the above.
All of the above.
I can beat myself up for it.
I can beat myself up for it.
Or I can love myself for it.
Or I can love myself for it.
And it's really scary to choose love sometimes.
It's really scary to choose love sometimes.
And yet it's the only way.
And yes, it's the only way.
It's the only thing worth doing
It's the only thing worth doing.
in this incarnation.
This is incarnation.
And I'm here to master this.
And I'm here to master this.
Right now.
Right now.
The only time that matters is right now.
The only time that matters is right now.
Not next week.
Not next week.
Or next month when I'm moving.
Next month when I'm moving.
Or yesterday.
Or yesterday.
When I fucked up.
When I fucked up.
Only right now.
Only right now.
I choose to love myself.
I choose to love myself.
Because that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And from this place, everything else falls into perfection.
From this place, everything else falls into perfection.
Angie, how much do you love yourself right now?
Yeah, quite good.
Can you tell yourself how much you love yourself right now? Dear self,
Dear self,
I love you so much.
I love you this much. This much.
Beautiful. Let yourself really feel that feeling. The way you love Johnny. You feel that feeling? Exactly. You feel that feeling towards yourself. Yum yum. Feel it. It's like cotton candy going through the joints. It's beautiful. John, how much do you love yourself? Hot knife through butter. How much do you love your sweet, precious self? Dear self.
I don't know how to quantify it.
Dear
Dear
self.
self.
I love you. Start with the simple. I love you.
I love you.
Only the mind wants to quantify.
Only the
That-
mind wants to quantify.
That's an example of being in my own way.
That's an example of being in my own way.
Let's start with simple.
Let's start with something.
Kiss. Keep it simple, sweet. As Dawn would say. There you go. Every time you start to get confused, John, or you start to figure something out, you gotta kiss yourself. And you gotta say, keep it simple, sweet. And then say, I love you. Okay? I gotta see you doing it 10 times the next time I'm in Maui Wowie getting a drink. I wanna see you kiss your hand 10 times at least. Keep it simple, sweet. Keep it simple, sweet. I love
Only
you,
if
I
I
love
can
you, I
waltz
love
myself.
you. So dear self,
So dear self,
I love you.
I love you.
I really do.
I really do.
When I love you,
And when I love you,
the light goes on.
the light goes on.
Dear spirit,
Dear sister,
I love you.
I love you.
Dear tree,
Dear
Dear
children,
I love you. I love you. Dear sore shoulder,
dear
sore shoulder.
I love you. Sweetie pie. The most powerful thing I can do as a creator
The most powerful thing I can do as a creator
is create love wherever I go.
is create love wherever I go.
In this moment. The eternal single moment
Eternal single moment.
is create love.
Is create love.
Choose it over all the other seductions.
Choose it over all the other seductions.
And boy, are those seductions so clever.
Boy, seductions so clever.
They've convinced me away from love
They've convinced me away from love
99.9% of the time
99.9% of the time
since I've been born.
since I've been born.
The other 1%
The other 1%
has been needy romantic love mostly,
has been needy romantic love mostly,
or sexual need.
or sexual need.
It's never really been about myself,
It's never really been about myself,
my divine self.
my divine self.
And now it is.
Now it is.
I'm the only person can love myself.
I'm the
I'm
only
the only
person
person
who
who
loves
loves
myself.
myself.
I'm the generator.
I'm the generator.
It all comes from me.
It all comes from me.
If there's something I don't like in my world,
If there's something I don't like in my world,
I better love it.
I better love it.
Love thy enemy as thyself.
Love thy enemy as thyself.
I love what I don't like.
I love what I don't like.
What frustrates me.
What frustrates me.
My blind spots.
My blind spots.
My fears.
My fears.
My worries.
My worries.
My stresses.
The stresses.
The unknown.
The unknown.
The future. Dear future.
Dear future.
Even though they say you don't exist.
Even though you say you don't exist.
I love you anyway.
I love you anyway.
As a concept.
As a concept.
And I really love it when I mess up.
And I really love it when I mess up.
And I mess up a lot.
And I mess up a lot.
I get it wrong a lot.
I get it wrong a lot.
And every time I get it wrong,
Every time I get it wrong.
every time I hurt someone
Every time I hurt someone.
with my programs,
With my programs.
or hurt myself
Or hurt myself.
with my blindness,
With my blindness.
it's only an opportunity to love
It's only an opportunity to love.
me.
Me.
It starts with me.
It starts with me.
It's the only healer.
It's the only healer.
Because I can process until the cows come home.
Because I can process till the cows come home.
And they don't tend to come home.
And it's just chasing my tail.
It's just chasing my tail.
If I'm not chasing mine, I'm chasing somebody else's.
I'm not chasing mine, I'm chasing somebody else.
It's the way of the world.
It's the way of the world.
We're always chasing.
We're always chasing.
And never take the time to be still
Never take the time to be still.
and stay.
And stay.
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 Stay. Stay.
Stay.
And love.
And love.
And love some more.
And love some more.
And stay
And stay.
until I feel the love.
Until I feel the love.
And all the drama goes away
Oh,
And all the drama goes away.
inside me.
Inside me.
Then it goes away outside me.
Then it goes away outside me.
But I must start inside of me
And I must start inside of me.
by staying present.
By staying present.
Saying I love you
Saying I love you.
until I feel it.
Until I feel it.
To the degree I do this daily
To the degree I do this daily.
is to the degree I eliminate suffering
To the degree I eliminate suffering.
in all lives.
in all lives.
So I love myself.
So
So I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
Even when everything doesn't.
even when
Even when
everything
everything
does.
doesn't.
All the voices in my head
All the voices in my head.
that get mirrored outside of me.
Think I'm outside of me.
Here and there.
Here and there.
I love myself anyway.
I love
I love
myself.
myself anyway.
Everything I create is just an opportunity to realize this.
Everything.
Everything I create is an opportunity to realize this.
Everything
Everything
is about love.
is about love.
All the shambles,
All the shambles,
mistakes,
mistakes,
fall downs,
fall downs,
fuck ups.
fuck ups.
I'll keep creating them
I'll keep creating them
until I learn
until I learn
that love is the only healer,
that love is the only healer,
the only way.
the only way.
So I visualize all my fuck ups,
So I visualize all my fuck ups,
all my mess ups,
all my mess ups,
and I have this big fuzzy blanket,
and I have this big fuzzy blanket.
and I visualize the perfect color it is,
I visualize the perfect color it is.
and it's made of the most unbelievable orgasmic love you could imagine.
It's made of unbelievable orgasmic love you can imagine.
And I wrap my fuck ups in the blanket.
All right.
In the blanket.
Even the fuck-ups I haven't created yet. I wrap them in the big fuzzy love blanket.
All right. Fuzzy love blanket.
And I say, there. Sweet fuck-up.
Sweet fuck-up.
You're so sweet.
You're so sweet.
I love you.
I love you.
I created you to love you. That's all I'm going to do.
That's all I'm going to do.
And I'm going to keep creating you.
I'm going to keep creating.
Until you get all the love you need.
Until you get all the love you need.
And you'll let me know when you had enough.
And you'll let me know.
Sweet little fuck up.
Sweet little fuck up.
So precious you are.
So precious.
I love you.
I love you.
Like you're my firstborn.
Like you're my firstborn.
My sweet little fuck up.
My sweet little fuck up.
Would you like some booby? Dear. Dear. Can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it amazing?
I am so freaking hot right now.
A lot of truth in what we're saying. Dear stress.
Dear stress.
You need the blanket too.
You need the blanket too.
Come here.
Come here.
Let me throw the blankie on you.
Let me throw the blankie on.
And give you big snuggles.
Give you a big snuggle.
Dear.
Dear.
All the stress needs love too.
All the stress needs love too.
And the worry. And the fear of the future.
Fear of the future.
Oh, my little triplets. Come snuggle with mommy.
Come snuggle with mommy.
In bed. Tonight. Now I want you to visualize stress, deadness, fear, and however many other children you like to have in the bed. And put them in the big fuzzy blanket. And that's what we're all going to do tonight when we go to bed. Whether it's our blind spots, our need, our craving, our worries, our fear, worries about money, worries about the future, doesn't matter what it is. Physical pains, fear of being alone. And we're just going to love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Like it's the last thing you had, assignment you were given by God before you were taken off this planet. Just love it. Love being stuck. Love Vienna. Love it all. Love moving house. Love the stress of it all, you know. Love being in college. Love being around disconnected students. And put all your students in bed tonight, Kaylee, with you. I mean, they do that anyway, but, you know. Metaphorically. It's a powerful exercise. Because I have a feeling that anything we put love in the direction of is going to turn into love. Correct?
Indeed.
Anything we don't choose to do that with is like an unruly child that's running amok in our creation. Correct?
Yeah.
Jen, could you
Yes.
repeat that?
Anything that we direct love towards will become love. But anything that we don't is like an unruly child running around causing trouble in our creation.
Looking for that love.
It's like when we don't, what I've really been seeing a lot in myself lately is when I don't consciously cut through creation with love and gratitude and the things that Buddha taught and all the great masters have taught through time, that Dawn teaches, that we're really here to master, that if I don't literally grab those things, I feel that's the divine male. That's part of building the divine male, is taking those positive aspects of creation and putting them onto all of my creation. That's why we meditate. We meditate to see the illusion of negativity and dramas and traumas and problems, and to cut through all of it with presence, with the gift of the present, which is just, there's no problem, there's no drama, with love. Compassion is the word they use in Buddhism. All compassion is love, really. Acceptance. The high place of love that comes from accepting everything. Everything. And everything is a challenge. Every single thing, even though it can be like courtroom believable, it's all our mind choosing what it wants to create in this moment. And anything other, it's what literally Don has been saying since I first met him, anything other than love is an illusion. And it's my choice how much energy I want to keep feeding illusion. That determines how many more incarnations I have yet to make. Or I can choose love, finish this school plane, and head off. It's a choice. And I think we all play out the illusion until we've burned ourselves enough. We've gone around the merry-go-round enough. We've learned what we've needed to learn, rubbed our nose in it, keep getting seduced by it because there's something tasty in it. Otherwise we wouldn't be there in the first place. We want to taste it all, right? Whatever those seductions are and cravings, but one by one we snip them and we replace them with love. And that all happens now. That all happens in the now, right now in this moment. When the mind kicks in and wants to create a problem, that's where we say, no. I love myself and I love everything around me and there's no problem. There's no problem. Even in the midst of the terror of moving house and leaving everything and the chaos of college and even like going through big giant moves in our lives, do we have the courage in the moment? We're all going through big shifts in our lives. Do we have the courage right now to say there's no problem and I love all of it? I love all of it. I love all of it. Even if I'm feeling terrified, I still love all of it with my heart and my soul. That's the hot knife through butter. So I have a feeling when I'm 90 years old or 100 years old, that's going to be the thing the diamond that I take with me. That's going to be the only thing that I pay any attention to. And the gift I have of observing Don and, his maturity, both in physical years and spiritually and every other which way, is I observe in his maturity of someone who's been on the path for many, many years, that as each month goes by and year goes by, all I'm watching is all the stuff that flakes off him it's everything. It's like what used to matter, it doesn't matter anymore. I mean, that happens in general with old age, but it's just unique to see it in a person who's entirely committed to the path, that all that matters is choosing love. And I can see and feel that in his energy field. And I bet in 10 years I'm going to get to observe, we all are, him and ourselves, even more in that place. So why wait? Why wait? Waiting is just playing out what society tells us 30-somethings should do, and 40-somethings, and 20-somethings. And I mean, yes, we're going to do that because that's what our souls are playing out. But can we not devote more and more time each day to loving ourselves? To cutting through it? I guess when we've suffered enough, that's what we're left with. I am. I'm doing it.
Me 3.
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
there was a point when my roommates recently pulled me aside and said I needed to leave because it was too crowded, and
You needed to leave?
it was way too crowded in there. And it had been just after going through some emotional stuff, in a recent kind of discourse with Christina, where the manipulation thing came out. And at the point that they told me this, even though I was completely compassionate to them, I felt also very just confused about myself and frustrated. And I literally got to a point of like, I give up. Take me now if you want. I don't care. Like, I'm not pissed at anyone. I'm just exhausted. And I give up. And I sat right there and told them all how I was feeling. And then at a moment, I literally just stopped caring. And then this love for myself did just come in, and everything within an hour flipped. I had a place to go that was more suitable and cheaper. The next day, I ended up getting this great opportunity to make a lot more money a lot quicker to help myself financially. Christina and I mended as better friends than we had probably ever felt like before.
Mm-hmm.
Just
very good.
As soon as I just let it go.
Very good. Now let's see. That's beautiful. But let's see if even in this moment you can let that go.
Mm-hmm.
Let the past go.
Mm-hmm.
Even the stories of our past no longer exist. Because even that, dear John, is it's a subtle background, clever ploy of our habitual self, the lazy self, as I'm starting to label it these days, that lazy program self that just, and even just talking about the past, it's pulling you out of now. And it loves to tell stories about anything really. Past, future. But there's great strength in silence and presence and engaging the now. So even that's true, but for you to have to share that story, you had to leave your sacred self, your sacred, precious, darling self, this moment. And I can hear that part of you. As soon as you started doing that, I felt my shoulder and my neck tighten. It was like this nerve it felt like a trapped nerve that went right up from almost under my ear, down deep in my arm and shoulder. And it was going, no! Whereas before that, it had relaxed. There had been a bit of it's starting to relax. So there's literally an addictive behavior pattern in the self, and you're not alone with that one. I think there's about 8 billion others that might have it with you there. That when it comes to staying in love with ourselves right now, we'll do anything but. That's the meditation. And it's catching it and not judging it and saying, can you say this, John? Can you put your hands right here on yourself and say, dear precious self.
Dear precious self.
I'm sorry for creating pressure in you.
I'm sorry for creating pressure in you.
By leaving you.
By leaving you.
And telling a story about the past.
And telling a story about the past.
Which no longer exists.
Which no longer exists.
I'm going to work.
I'm going to work.
To let go of telling stories.
Telling stories.
Getting seduced by them.
Getting seduced by them.
And just love you instead.
And just love you instead.
I love you. I love you right now.
I love you right now.
What is it going to take?
What is it going to take?
In myself.
In myself.
To stay with this place.
To stay with this place.
To honor this place.
To honor this place.
Because what I don't yet know fully.
Because what I don't yet know fully.
Is that all my drama with Christina.
Is that with all my drama with Christina.
And all those girls.
And all those girls.
and all the anguish is the result of not doing this.
As a result of not doing this.
And there will be many Christinas.
And there will be many Christinas.
So long as I don't do this.
So long as I don't do this.
So maybe the Christina I'm really looking for
And the Christina I'm really looking for
is it right here,
is right here.
inside of me.
Inside of me.
And she needs more love than any of them.
She needs more love than any of them.
And my job is to stay with her
And my job is to stay with her.
and stop abandoning her.
And stop abandoning her.
Then I wonder why I keep getting abandoned.
Why do I keep being abandoned?
My mind is so clever,
My mind has been so clever.
so analytical.
So analytical.
It just is so busy all the time.
It's so busy all the time.
It keeps abandoning myself,
It's amazing myself.
my sweet self. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I love you. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes, Angel.
In my biology class, we talk a lot about like how cells, sometimes we have bad genes, or sometimes we don't, and sometimes things just happen in the cell that, or bad, like free radicals or blah blah blah, all these things that damage our body, damage ourselves, and she doesn't even give us sometimes like reasons why this happens. And every time that subject comes up, I automatically think the reason we're not, or the reason that's happening in our bodies is damage because we're not loving ourselves. And so the cells and proteins and everything, it's like it's not responding and doing their jobs properly.
Exactly. Because they all need love. It's like having a company with 10,000 employees and treating them like crap and wondering why your productivity is not at its best. And starving them and neglecting them and wondering why they start to die.
And then thinking you're such a bad person all the time and negative thoughts. It's like, you're telling yourself that.
Exactly.
Your whole body is responding to that. And therefore does their jobs through that, like, negativity.
Yes.
It's hard to explain, but you know what I mean.
Oh, it's very clear. Very clear. And a lot of, like, we think we love ourselves on the surface, but that lazy mind that is constantly that's creating in the background all the time, the subconscious, is a lot of what creates our cancers and our illnesses and our pains. And I feel like, Buddha as an example, there's many of course who have been awakened in time, but as an example is someone who loved and cut through enough to transform every one of those voices into love. And I just wonder if that's why we're here. Certainly feel like that's why I'm here.
Definitely feel like that's why I'm college. To learn how to love this connection.
Exactly. We're going to take a break soon, but Oliver, I know you're leaving after break. Do you have anything you want to share?
Well, first of all, thanks for that great group. It was incredible and amazing. And it kind of pulled me back a little bit. I'm kind of really suffering my last weeks here. Suffering through my last weeks here. But really looking forward to leave and I just fell in love with all my doubts.
Nice. Good.
And all my insecurities and all my
Nice.
wanting to have it all sorted out and
Very good.
you know.
Nice, nice. See, that's, if you look at it, Oliver, in a way, maybe that's why you created all of this, is to expose those insecurities and doubts and fears and worries so that you could learn to embrace them all with love. Maybe that's the only job worth having right now. And I would suggest you take every one of those sweet things to bed tonight when you go to bed and literally hug your pillow and love them. Dear doubt, I love you. And feel love towards doubt and insecurity, the future. No matter what, and you can tell them, no matter what happens, if everything falls apart, I love you anyway. Even if the worst thing happens, maybe even the worst thing needs love too. We can be ahead of ourselves on that one. Then you become a very powerful creator, transformer, alchemist, you know. Take a little break. Woohoo!
Bye, Oliver.
Have fun sleeping with doubt and insecurity.
Love is the way. Love is the way. Love is the way you lead me. In the light of this day, all things make sense somehow.